Hey, what's going on, everyone? Gillis TV back here with you today. And, NHL offseason, not a lot to go around after the first few days of free agency and after the draft. But hey, there's some news in Edmonton, and you know what? It's some good news, and it's the captain, Connor McDavid, doing his thing. Of course, him and Connor Brown were at Zach Hyman's golf charity event he does in Ontario, I believe it is, every year, supporting the teammate there. So good on Brown and McDavid for doing that. But McDavid didn't want the spotlight on him as it was Zach Hyman's event. But he was okay to answer a few questions and basically got asked, how do you feel about the team and what Jeff Jackson has done without being even general manager? And he had this to say: they've had a great offseason so far. It's been short, it's been hurried because, of course, the playoff run. But I think in the small time they've been at it, they've done great things. Keeping this many guys together is a good thing in the salary cap era, and it's tough to do so. So McDavid loving the moves Jeff Jackson's done. And you know what? He isn't named GM. He's just kind of the intern GM right now. He did say he did not want the GM position, but after this offseason, when was the last time us Oilers fans, besides winning the McDavid draft, were so happy about an offseason? And a lot of the comments I see on my videos, Dalton TVs, the Oilers fanatic there, Patrick himself, I've seen a lot of happier Oilers fans. Of course, there's still some things that need to be done. Of course, the Ryan McLeod trade for the top prospect of Buffalo and Matthew Savoy. Love it. Yesterday's trade, we seen Borgo leave with Jake Chiasson. Of course, getting a guy that could potentially be a role for the bottom six. You know, if injuries come, a guy that can fill in. He does have 7 NHL games under his belt. And just the unknown still of Evander Kane and Cody Ceci here. Cody Ceci, of course, the more likely candidate, get that cap off of our salary cap in order to keep most of the group together. I could see and hear that that's happening somewhat, hopefully soon, so we could see. I think what's holding it up is maybe Evander Kane, because if Evander Kane does go on LTIR for this year, we're set in stone. We don't need to trade Cody Ceci. I think that's kind of what's keeping this dragging, is the Evander Kane situation going on. But McDavid saying good things. You look at what Jeff Jackson's done. He's brought in Victor Arvidsson for a 2-year contract worth $4 million. I think Foegele got a couple years at only $250,000 less than what we got Victor Arvidsson. And no offense to Foegele, I'd take Arvidsson any day if he could stay healthy. Of course, didn't play that many games last year due to his injuries, but played a solid postseason for the LA Kings. Now, of course, bring in Jeff Skinner, who ultimately turned down deals with Toronto, and that's been reported, to come to Edmonton to try and win a cup. So Edmonton's becoming a destination. Players know it, and McDavid's happy about it. That's all you can do, is keep McDavid happy. And I think the best next thing after his wedding, of course, would be signing his best friend to a long-term extension for Leon Draisaitl. So McDavid, of course, is happy to things are going right. You see Jeff Jackson brought back Adam Henrique, another guy who has reported that he had offers on the table from Winnipeg and Tampa Bay. Chose to come back, leave money on the table to try and win in Edmonton. Loved his time here, and so on and so forth. Corey Perry's back, Connor Brown. Of course, the one question mark is, because we lost McLeod and Foegele, who's going to be that second unit penalty kill? Because Foegele and McLeod, no doubt in my mind, were one of the best that we had in that stretch. They were fast on the pucks and stuff. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Just a pretty good offseason for the Edmonton Oilers. Of course, like I said, Connor McDavid realizing what Jeff Jackson has done. But, of course, there's always going to be some question marks. Can Stuart Skinner do what he did last year? I believe he can. If we do trade Cody Ceci, does that affect our defense a lot? No, I think Philip Broberg did really good. And I believe you could throw in Troy Stetcher for Cody Ceci to play with Brett Kulak. Stetcher, we got to remember, is an NHL vet. He does have games played. Yeah, maybe not a lot of points and the plus minus isn't there, but look who he's played for. A Vancouver Canucks team before they were good. An Arizona Coyotes team that's never been good. So you got to kind of give Troy Stetcher kind of a little bit of relief room there playing with those teams at those point of the career that he's had. So, like I said, Connor McDavid, happy with things going. I'm happy. Let me know in the comments. Sorry, that's my voice going. I'm still dealing with that. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Like, it's been a good offseason. I can't remember one like this in a long time. So, hopefully this is the beginning of something good for the next few years. Or even more, I'd prefer next 10 years. But we'll see what happens here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gillis TV. Have a good one.